Acquiring financial wealth is not all that hard. I'm Bill Snodgrass, and that's what we're going to talk about in this SNAPlife video. But before we get into that, I want to break out of the normal routine and say this. I want to send out thanks to all the people who commented and sent their well wishes and prayers while I was in the hospital. It means a ton to me, and all the comments and things on previous videos. I really appreciate that. Now, back to this topic of being wealthy. First of all, this is not to be considered financial advice, blah, 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 federal laws, disclaimer, all that stuff. This is probably more like a math lesson than anything else. I was reminded of this principle when I was doing the Climbing the Ladder of Success video because Craig Strickland, who said the stuff about the ladder, also said this about being wealthy. It is very easy to acquire financial wealth. This is what you do, Craig Strickland says. Spend less than you make for a really, really long time. Spend less than you make and you will acquire financial wealth. If you spend less than you make, just think about it, that's a simple concept. And when we talk about spending less, that includes, paying off debt that you already have. So spend less than you make. So if you make this much, you can only spend this much. If you make that much, then you can spend, something like that. Spend less than you make and you will acquire financial wealth. Spend less than you make and you will acquire wealth. It's just math. And all of that money that you don't spend stays in, this sort of like this base of this capital base, and it begins to generate interest. And that interest becomes part of what you make. So over time, the what you make begins to grow by itself because you're spending less, and that it's just math. It's a very difficult principle to live by, but it's a very effective principle to live by. And if it's something, if you're a young person and you're just getting started out and you have no debt, this is a win, or 100% sure win, because you have no debt. So if you make $100, spend $95 and keep $5. And the next week, if you make $100, spend $80 and keep $20. Just do the math, it adds up. So if you can just spend less than you make for a long period of time, at the end of the game, whatever that means, you will have financial wealth. Now here's the flip side. Here's the flip side. Is that going to make you happy? If all you're aiming for is to acquire financial wealth, I think you need to change your target. Acquiring financial wealth should be like and also, not a purpose for life. That's what I think. I appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Again, thanks to all those people who commented while I was in the hospital. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, sign up for notifications. That's all I have for this one, so I will see you in the next one.